Hello and welcome to the lecture series on economics of growth and development. Since we are in the segue of understanding how economic development can be quantified, and we know how it is measured with the help of GNP per capita, then welfare and basic indicators, we can now look into something called as human development indices, which poses greater challenge to GNP per capita as a measure of economic development. As I have told you in the previous class that GNP per capita is very widely used by economists as well as UN organizations to look into the quantification or the measurement of development per se. So let us look at the human development indices which came up in the later period and which started threatening the existence of GNP as a measure of development per se. Yeah, so we have here physical quality of life index and human development index. So in today's class I'll talk about only physical quality of life index, and in the subsequent lectures I'll be talking more about human development index as well. So let's get started. So developed by MD Morris in 1979, the physical quality of life index poses serious challenges to the GNP per capita as a measure of economic development. So let us look into what are the different components of physical quality of life index as developed by MD Morris. So the component indicators used by MD Morris are first infant mortality, second life expectancy at the age of 1, and the third is basic literacy at the age of 15. The scale which he uses is from 0 to 100. If at all a country scores 100, that means that is the most developed country, and the other extreme denotes the case of underdevelopment. Yeah, so I hope the idea of the components used by him is pretty much clear, and also the scale which is used by him. So now when I can say that there is the process of development happening in any economy, if at all I start noticing any fall in the infant mortality, any increase in the life expectancy, any increase in the basic literacy at the age of 15. So this is how we can know that the improvements are happening in physical quality of life index, which are sketched here. So when improvements in physical quality of life index can happen, if at all there is falling infant mortality rate, if at all there is increase in life expectancy at the age of 1, there's an increase in the basic literacy at the age of 15. So this is envisaged by MD Morris in his physical quality of life index. Let us now look into what are the different variables or how he classifies variables. Yeah, so now MD Morris coined two types of variables or indicators per se. So first type is called as the positive variable. This is the positive variable or positive indicator. So he considered out of the three indicators which he has used here, which is infant mortality, life expectancy at 1 and basic literacy at 15, what he is trying to do is he is trying to say that life expectancy at 1 and basic literacy rates are the positive variables in his analysis. These are the positive variables in his analysis. And how do you calculate that? How do you look at the achievement level of the same? I'm talking about the life expectancy and basic literacy rates. How do I look at the achievement level? It is given by the actual value minus the minimum value of the same divided by the maximum value and the minimum value. In the next lecture I'll be talking about how to construct the physical quality of life index, then it will make more sense, but just a preliminary analysis of it, the achievement level is given by the ratio of the difference between actual value and minimum value to maximum to minimum value. So I'm looking at the difference between actual and minimum value divided by the maximum value and the subtraction of the same. Yeah, so I hope the achievement level as far as positive indicator or variable is concerned is pretty much clear, because out of the three indicators which he has used, he's calling two of them to be the positive indicators or positive variables. So these are life expectancy and basic literacy, life expectancy at age 1 and basic literacy at the age of 15. So I hope the positive variable or indicator aspect of MD Morris's explanation is pretty much clear. Now let us move to the negative variable, which he terms infant mortality as, is pretty much clear. So now to get into greater details with respect to the same, again we have to look into how do you calculate the achievement level of the same. So negative variable or indicator used by him in his analysis is infant mortality rate. So now the achievement level is given by, here the formula is different, here the formula is different, so you have to pay attention to that. Here I am talking about maximum value minus the actual value divided by the maximum value minus minimum value. So here the ratio is talking about something else. Here the ratio is talking about something else. That is why he said that these two variables, life expectancy and basic literacy, are positive variables and infant mortality rate is a negative variable. Again, mind you, please see the formulas to calculate achievement level with respect to positive and negative indicators or variables. Now there's a small note which is given to us. For life expectancy and infant mortality rate, that is life expectancy which is a positive indicator and infant mortality rate which is a negative indicator, there is no natural maximum and minimum values that is already existing, already known to us. There are no values as such. Yeah, so that is a point of caution as far as physical quality of life index given by MD Morris is concerned. So in the next lecture I'll be talking about constructing the physical quality of life index. So please stay tuned. Thank you.